Hi. Come on. 10 people.
People.
Two more. Fire the Prelim. Let's go. Literally only 10 people on the planet willing to join the Prelim at noon. The day before the deck list submission for the Pro Tour. Still no deck lists posted from the events, by the way. Oh, one more. One more person, chat. One more player. Everybody hold. Yes, Mayor, thank you. We're up against Narka. Today we have a sick card in our sideboard. Sun Cleanser. Cleanser. Target opponent loses all counters. That player can't get counters for as long as Sun Cleanser remains on the battlefield. The anti-energy card. Ale gówno, no. Let's mulligan. Maybe we can get a better 6. We can. Okay, that's better. Oracle shows up, but it's only mulligan, so actually it's free to put it back. Dryad Arbor shows again too. I think I've got a question yesterday why I don't play two Dryad Arbors is because if with two Dryad Arbors more of my hands would look like this. Once in 5 days ago, Tron. We have a turn 3 win, so we'll be able to beat Tron. The hand is weak to Trinisphere though. It's Tron 8 tier 1 deck again. Yeah. Holy shit, they played Herigast. And they emerged from the Miko spawn. That's smart. Maybe they play a different deck. I guess they want freed. Miko spawn, Miko spawn. Giving them green mana might be slightly bad, but I want to fetch Watery Grave with my Verdant Catacombs. Or even the Silver Land. How many Shukus would you play if the 4 cards limit didn't exist? 14. Probably not much more than 4, I guess, in reality. Devourer, Exiled, Power Plant, Ulamog map. La 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 la. Actual Tron turn 3. There's not gonna be turn 3, my friend. I was wet. I don't know, she spilled some liquid on me. It might be a bit of a gross liquid. Who knows? Oh no, I forgot to equip Shuko. Classic. Will we win next turn? If I play Nadu uninterrupted, yes. I'll just win. Most likely. It's gonna be 5 creatures, so 10 triggers, so pretty hard to not draw anything. Seems like my opponent has some tough decisions to make with their Tron deck. It's not an easy deck to play, for sure. Need to play the proper land, pass the turn without doing anything. Is this what you would play at the PT? If I played at the PT, I would have done more hard testing and I maybe would play a slightly different bullet, but probably play Nadu, yeah. I was gonna go Mountain Harsh Mentor now. No problem. Oh, minor power plant, yeah. The exile a power plant. Sun Cleanser. Notably, makes it so that if villain plays the energy raft and you record in response, you actually get to counter that. It counters the energy raft. Opponent loses all counters and they can get counters, so I guess they can sweep 0 drops. So I guess your Orc Army token is gone. If it's Trini Sphere, I'm going to fetch Flash Orcish Bowmaster's Plate, Dryad Arbor, then end of turn Summoner's Pact, pay for the fact, and then... Okay. Think we still win then? No, I guess I need to draw a land. Chalice for 0 could be good here. That is true. Not many decks play Chalice nowadays. Holy shit, we get under trigger. I wouldn't have noticed. From the sky. From the sky. Ancient Steerings. You needed no forest, my friend, to cast that. Another Kozilek's Commando. RIP my Dryad Arbor. They play the Ceaseless Hunger, so they're unlikely to be the Through the Breach version. Doesn't make much sense to Through the Breach that one. Now with a Soul Land they can always does next turn if I miss on a land. Kozilek's command is unfair. It does way too much. Oh no, they have the Labyrinth. Will they sweep the board? Hopefully not. Harry Gas. They also have a Devourer in hand. They could just Devour her. Okay, strings. Interesting how they play the Labyrinth first and then strings. Well, the list don't even have the all is dust. I mean, hopefully they won't find a Mega spawn because that would set me back. Another Kozilek's command. I'm Kozilek's commanding so hard. I mean, the removal doesn't really matter. Can hit the Safekeeper. But I have the Safekeeper for Nadu. No point in backing upkeep. Nanduko. Not quite at current biggest concern then with no with no 8s in deck. What? No all stars, yeah, fair. What is annoying is that we didn't draw the third land. And they were able to use 2 removals on my removable dorks. Such is life though. I think I just cast it. It's more creatures then. They can't get Ulamog or Herigast back just yet and cast it. A Hacking Glove, Sun's Undertale. Need to consume my anti-allergy drug. What are we casting? 4 mana. Six mana. This will be hard to beat. Okay, villain has shown, so next time they can Ulamog. Sad game. Punished by Dryad Arbor, I guess. This game I would have won easily if my Dryad Arbor would have been a regular card. Land. I want Thoughtseize. I want Haywire Might. I think Bowmasters, like, they have a ring, so I kinda could argue for Bowmasters, but I think I should just cut them. VTK. We cat Endurance. Probably cat Endurance is good. Bit awkward of the 2 packs, but I think I'll keep no Shuka, but will I play in the Pro Tour? No. Maybe Bowmaster is better than Tefari. Let's see what Destiny will he devour. Make a spawn expedition map. Okay. I fetch Mortuary. Bristly Bill. Easy way to trigger my stuff. Bristly Bill. Wake up, little ones, there is a new day ahead. Oh, we are casting something for 2 mana. It's a Talisman of Impulse. Hopefully we can dodge turn free Tronister. An aggressive play would be to maybe I wanted to mine this immediately. Probably not. I could get Sylvan Safekeeper and cord out a Nadu with 3 lands. I think odds of whiffing are a bit larger than I would like. One, two, three, four, five, six. Da-da-da, da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. That's not Tron. Is that the One Ring? I hope it is the One Ring. TKS? I don't think TKS is in their deck. I cord. I think Tron can win a game in 8 minutes if it's focused. My opponent's playing faster now. Seems like Kozlek's Commando on my Bristly bill. Arguably should maybe cord upkeep. Hit the might. What the heck? That's crazy. How come you hit the might? Disruptor flute. Okay. What are we disrupting, bro? Shuko. Awesome card. I should get Outrider actually. What do they do? I'm sorry, I messed up. Could have just one with the Outrider, I messed up. White mana. Why do I need white mana? They named Shuko, so I could have gotten core and just won.
He's a phenomenal control player.
2-1.
Yeah, I should not to go to. Not complicated on paper. I am playing it. Holy shit, Bristly Bill. MVP. Did I target my Nadu twice already? I don't remember. I think I have not. I have. Kurwa, no. Oh, that's 2 counters. I guess that's an easy way to say. Well, not my brightest. Can I kill them with doubling counters this turn? Maybe. Probably. Oh, fizzle my Pendelhaven. Pact for core sounds good. I mean, I have one already, so I don't need to pact for core. I don't know if the ferry pulled through, but it was just the bill. Bill did so much pooling. Did I play the second paper? I did, yes. Like in paper it's easy, Chad. Like the only issue is the lag. Just have a stack of tokens. In paper it's easy. The lag and the fact that my opponent is not f6 somehow. And it's the fact that it asks you every time to not pay. How did I lose game one? I never found land number 3. Use ability bill and attack, isn't it faster? What am I doing? What did you think I was doing? Let's board in the Abrupt Decay. Cat Endurance. Board in Gameson Caverns. Cut a basic forest, I think. My life total doesn't matter much. Submit. Maybe I'll have a Rex Age over the Force of Vigor, honestly. Probably will. Bit slow to pass turn 1, but the point mulligans to 5. You consider why Reclamation Sage, you have white mana in your deck, why not? Okay, Knight of Autumn. Well put. Has it been bad that Marflats can't get Dryad Arbor? No, you have 8 patches that get Dryad Arbor. Fetching. Watery Grave seems much more important to me. Just fetching all of your colors. They have Daisies, they do have a forest. But I think I have to play the wall now. Just pass, okay. To kick some tail. Are you gonna be billing again? Well, I can get Nadu and... and I'll try that. I guess I can get Safekeeper to be safe there. Make Spawn Scry, okay. Other Channeler better than Reclamation Sage? Probably not, but we play blue just for Nadu, question mark. Is that a bad thing? Other Channeler. Not really seeing Other Channeler. Maybe? It does create a token for equip purposes. Sure. think I want to be able to kill the flute so that it's gone. Bouncing the flute. Like, you don't really need to have flute answers, but dumping matrix is the one I'm slightly worried about. Karn, the great content creator, resolves. Last one. Bill is gonna make it more annoying to resolve. Unfortunately, I have a Bestow none to go, which means that the combo is a bit annoying on Modo now. Anyone disrupting their flute? In the chat at this very moment. Chat, the might is unavailable. I can't kill my Spring Harnan to go. I have to click no on every instance now. If I had a Rexage, I could pact for Rexage. How do I keep track of what you targeted? The targeted ones, after you target your insect once, they move onto the pile of the targeted insects. And then they are on top of the pile. But you can't know. Like, it's not represented, but on Modo, the fresh ones, untargeted ones just sit there separately and then they move to the top of the pile. Okay, that's a new pile because this already has 10, so there's a new pile because they build themselves in tens. Group themselves in tens. Should we see their hands? Here, chat, take a look. Hand seen. Nice hand, right? Can we look again? I have one more black, so we could, yes. Whoa, the round is not over. That's crazy. Rebound Dig and Icy Wolf 1, thank you very much for the subs. Five people playing the preliminary. Oh, it's 12 people, come on. Sun Cleanser is for energy. If you court for Sun Cleanser, your opponent cannot use Wrath of the Skies. They have no energy and they cannot gain energy, so they can only sweep zero cost tokens. What other popular decks are there these days besides Yeskai, Nadu, and Storm? Boros, Energy, Scam, and other cards. Yes, Sun Cleanser also turns off Galvanic Discharge. You cannot use this discharge to kill it, and has 4 toughness, so it survives Flash. So overall, seems like a pretty great card. Bros, I sacrificed a rook in my chess game and the engine called Brilliant Move. Very nice. Chad, if I play a Rexage, should I still play the Might? Rex Sage is just to get through Karn. It's more so to have a dumping matrix. Answer. Might exiles rings, that's the argument for keeping it, yes. It's also a 1-drop, so it's good to draw in your opening hand, so it helps with chords. Good with wall mana. I found Veil to be very effective. I like Veil. What do I think of the Flare of Daniel version? I tried the card and the monsters are just too weak. The Ice Fan Cartels especially, they're just too bad. I probably would only play one Veil, but Veil feels pretty strong. There is often one situation in the game when it's good, like it really blows them out. Ty kurwa Reclamation Stage'ów nie masz, frajerze? I think this bot doesn't have a Reclamation Stage, unless I'm stupid. I think you can do without ring removal in the deck, honestly. So we could cut the might. How long have bots been on Modo? Since I started playing, I never traded differently. How many Veils have you been playing, Ruler Boren? Just one? Or did you find space for two? I think the third Thoughtseize could be a Veil. That the Fairy could be a Veil. Honestly, Veil is better than the Fairy. When I have Rex Age and I no longer need to bounce Dumping Matrix with it. Let's go. Perfect. Keep. Start, Giganta. Leyline of the Gould Pact. No Greased anymore. Greased failed to perform. So I got it. What are the main reasons to play black? Thoughtseize, well, the black cards, all of them. Besides Shoulder. Shoulder is not a main reason, but it's okay with the ring. When are you leaving for Amsterdam? Thursday. You're just the best, you know. Thanks. Who pays for it? For what? For my Amsterdam flight? It's me. Myself. What is Sun Cleanser for? It's for energy. In fact, yeah, it's an infect hate cat. Nishoba Bravler. What am I playing in Amsterdam? This. Thoughts on Nightmare for the grindy matchups. Seems like a card I would like less than the other cards I have. I think I'll die to Stubborn Denial. What's the combo you're about to see? In 2 turns, maybe. Well, in 1 turn. Are grindy matchups even a problem? They are, yes. Holy shit, they stopped this? This is incredible. Okay. What was that? Point just donated. Yeah, Pierre, that was such a bad play.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Hi. I hope you're doing well.
I was about to complain that they only won because they were on the play, but then they didn't even do that. Maybe I'm gonna fizzle still. Not a given from this spot. Well, can't fetch a forest. No more forest. Not enough life to fetch shock. Remind me why no Saga, guys, because Saga is bad. Whew. Well, still a little bit sketchy. Nice. Do we have another blue source than Otawara? I do have only Otawara, yes, but we can endurance back the lens. That's fine. Safekeeper sack lens, reshuffle them. Chord 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So chord for Northern Nantuko. Shuffle lands in already. Why? Can do it at any time. No rush. Well, endurance doesn't actually shuffle my graveyard back into my deck. It shuffles it back onto my bottom of my deck. And getting a second Nantuko makes me less likely to whiff than hitting an endurance here. Does this deck play Urza's Sagas too? I do not play Urza's Saga. Many variants do. I think it's a mistake to play it. A Soul Sister effect would certainly trigger the brain chemicals. Gilded Goose is a bit unplayable too. We tried for a while. Simply not good. Bill still in. Bill was great last game. I think Bill actually stays. Thinking a bit more about his purpose and his strengths. He's a good accompanying card for Outrider. Not Outrider. Safekeeper. Yes, Bill triggers Nadu with land drops. All of that happens because my opponent did not countered my useless Chord of Calling X1 with stab. I think opponent just didn't care at all. It's not that they didn't care to count, they just didn't even think for the briefest moment about that. Is the plan to win this turn with haste? No. How would I haste my monsters? I have a Thesis Oracle in my hand. Maybe in paper I can play finally over Thassa. But getting to 12 mana is actually still not trivial. Raz, dwa, trzy, cztery, pięć, sześć, siedem, osiem, dziewięć, 10, 11. I have 11 mana right now, so I think that's pretty non-trivial. Finally was pretty bad. I mean, so is Oracle. Like, finally is infinitely better to draw than Oracle. What do I think of the Coliseum WinCon, Mr. Streamer? I think it is not feasible. It's worse than playing an Oracle. Actually. So we're up against Zoo. Almost is any good against Zoo? I don't think so, right? It's good against Ragavan only. Mardu sacrifice. Too easy to 1, congrats. Force of Vigor too bad? I think it is significantly too bad. Kinda nice that if they somehow deal with Oracle, you just beat them with tokens sometimes. Yeah, that never happens. It's got Marsh Flats on the draw. Not sure if double push is actually great. Do I think Force of Despair is remotely playable against Nadu? Remotely playable, probably. You can sack lands to safekeeper. I know the sack lands to safekeeper, but introducing the endurance looping into your base win con is something I'm not interested in doing. Shoulder doesn't line up super well versus Cobweb Binding. That is true. I brought Shoulder because if I bring rings, I bring Shoulder. That's my rule. Deck building rule. Because having rings with no life gain is irresponsible. So they need to come together. Upkeep melee Kavu? What are we looking for then? If Kavu is milled. Winning the game is life gain though. Okay. I mean, I guess Titan run rings with no life gain. Although, actually, no, I played Radiant Fountain post-board every game. Three-ball Flamed. We are taking heavy damage. Champ or trade? I think Champ. Just not to drop to 5 against the Flames deck. We have the ring to play. Red mana. Ragavan, they kept Ragavans, so Bowmasters is good. Not sure if the push is actually the correct approach. We have Stabby D toilet. Like Skibidi toilet, get it? Okay. Am I the Rizzler? Sort of. Do I have a strong opinion on Grist? Well, I don't have a strong opinion, but I played with it a little bit and it was tiny bit weak. Oh kurwa, nice mana base. Despair. Khan or Mentor? Harsh Mentor, you mean, yeah. Do I like One Ring versus the Grief decks or unsure because of Bowmasters? I have my own Bowmasters. I'm fine having Ring against them. That seems unlucky. Well, a little bit. What did I fetch this game? I surveyed it to the graveyard. Okay, that's what happened. Oshem, so I go to 1. Who the hell thought this was music? It clearly is. I need to time you out for 10 minutes, my friend. Hello streamers, staying into stupid may be better than Otawara in this deck cause you get it to hand with Nadu and can bounce hate. It's not, I think. It costs 3 life to deploy. I think wall looked good. I think I don't want to push on the play. Might just not want the ring either. Might just not want DK either. Hurry on the play against their 2-drops seems really strong. Cut the endurance, so it's like might be a minimal issue. The endurance because of life gain, just like it was game 1. Maybe they'll cut Ragavan on the draw, so not super high on keeping all the Bowmasters. Orcish Bowmasters is a strong creature. It shoots down 1 toughness cards with ease. See if opponent goes 3 on 3 with Leyline. I wouldn't mind, the Leyline doesn't really do anything. Vigor for all the Leylines, bros. The Leyline doesn't do anything. We don't need to do that. In fact, I think we don't want to. Niboltui. White mana, prismatic ending. Key. Which creature do we play? I think Nantuko. But yeah, to expand on Greased, I have played with Greased a bunch. I had it main deck, I had it sideboard, I had like 3 greased at some point. I thought it's gonna be just good. And I think I was mistaken. It actually wasn't just good, it was not so good in fact. In practice, just failed to perform. Maybe I should play Bill and make it a 4-4 rather than play Nadu. Nadu lines up well into binding, but into Flames. Some Leo on Twitch, thank you for the raid. I already had 2 removals. But the Flames would be actually really bad into this Nadu. I probably should have played Bristly Bill, make it a 4-4. Could fetch a Survey land then, and next turn I can play Nadu Forest, trigger Nadu to divinate against my opponent's mono removal hand so far. Giga punished. I get the same shirt of my ultimate guard box deck box. I'm glad. Why shouldered over Yog? It's a combo of the 1 ring, so you bring all 3 and then you have rings in your deck, but your deck is actually still functional because it can gain life when the ring starts becoming a problem. How have you enjoyed Yavimaya? I wasn't sure if it was better than Okina, but saved lives nicely. Yavimaya is miles better than Okina. Pretty sure about that. I think it's actually not very close. Harsh Mentor. I should respond to that. -2 life. We'll go to 7. Or to 10 if I crack the fetch. Have 1 red source. I could be at 2 more if I had played better. Also, I should have played a Bill first and then Nadu. But Bill alone is seemingly good enough here. Oh, not Red Arbor, Swamp. Still sorcery speed. He's not. I'm just an honest person. So villain could go binding, flames me. Was better to force a charm, could I? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 13. How do I force a jump? I'm dealing 11 now, and I could deal 2 extra if I put Decanter on my Orc army. Or Bowmasters or whatever. All on army. Well, that's the same amount of power. So, like, this still would be the same amount of counters. It's just that those counters would be attacking and my opponent goes to 4, so they could have... It's always gonna be the same amount of counters. Holy shit, Bristly Bill working overtime this prelim for what it's worth. Seems like I should have push against their deck, since they are playing Harsh Mentor indeed. From the way they played game 1, you would think that they'd have no idea what's Nadu. Shuko. Well... attack you. Alright, 2-0. Although my opponent did donate a game. In the match, so always sours the taste. You prefer a Sultai Nadu? Yes, I do. Point was playing around you according for Curse Catcher. Fair. Maybe I should play a Curse Catcher. Hi Kani, are you going to publish a sideboard guide for this deck? Perhaps, but probably after the PT. I don't think I'll be able to write it down before I leave. Maybe he was scared of you getting Halfling to make Nadu uncounterable. They had a stab, they could only Like, it's already uncounterable. Gerardo 94, that's a control player if I've ever seen one. How crazy is it that people born in 94 are 30 years old, chat? So much. So many years.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Sup Canny, would you consider to make a deck primer on Discord about Naru?
I would consider that, yes. Control, I can just check shock. Then fetch basics after I have the perfect mana. In case I ever draw Outrider and it's relevant. Galvanic discharge. Discharged. Why does my opponent only have one energy? They spent 2 energies? Big spender, I see. No ty skurwysynie z counterspellem, no. Jak ja nienawidzę, jak mi counterspellują moje playe. Jest takie gówno. Yes, Olsen, it will. Galactic for the Tron matchup. I think I'm not worried about the Tron matchup at all. Maybe Galactic against Belcher. Doesn't it stop Chord of Calling though? Your own card? No land, Swift. Okay. Siema, Mr. Streamer. Do you think current Yenrex list is well suited for modern metagame? I'm not sure what's the current Yenrex list, but it's probably okay. Would have been really nice to hit a land with Nadu. I want to play this deck at FNM tomorrow, but I have no Outrider Encore. Trinket, Mage, and Prage. Or is there something better? I think... Oh, it's gonna be Trinket Mage then. At least you can not splash wide at all. Do I have my favorite funky shirt? I do. But it's in the... It's in Prani right now. I'd rather play Trinket Mage than Stoneforge. I was thinking of sideboardable Sergio and Nadu is an option if you want more disenchant. Okay. I'm glad you're sharing your thoughts with me, Daniel. Let's try to... Like, maybe there is no counter spell. I think that's the best route. There is a ring in play. Can't really keep up with that. I did not hit lands. My hand is a bit heavy. Nice. It's really nice. Should be able to win now. Spellsnare, let's go. Oh no. Spellsnare. Now I have a pack to pay for. They run a board wipe, they do, yes. The energy board wipe. Sran Tuko. Feels like I should go harder. We can get Dryad Arbor again for new triggers. Gonna do this.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Remember to use your Amazon Prime sub-gamers.
Evoke Endurance. Think we have to let Endurance go. Because I want to card for the Dryad Arbor. I think I might not be interested in carding. I think I might want the Endurance still in my deck. Because the untapped creatures. Well, I lose one untapped creature. Okay, let's do it this way. Land is good. Land is quite good. The question here was whether I want to have Endurance shuffle itself into my own deck or not. Okay, we're doing it. Oof. Last one took on the deck for what it's worth. Let's put the blue sources into my deck again. Not sure that's relevant. Cost cancel with. Dobra, no i chuj. Co ta Solduda zrobi? Are you hitting? Nadu. Hit a fetch. Okay. We won. These stacks seem hard in paper, perhaps. Whoops, I guess I didn't get a Nantuko trigger. That's fine. Well, maybe we don't win, actually. Oh, I think we win. So I have Otawara and Watery Grave in my deck, so we can play on the Nantuko now. Okay. Woof. Alright, we fought through Spell Snare and I guess no counter spell, so that was what made it possible, but Spellsnare and Solitude, and we just beat that. And then also we had a very narrow window. The Safekeeper is just insane, bros. And now I get to board in my Sun Cleanser. No niech pokaże moc swoją. Caddy Forest. Any chance we want more Safekeepers? I don't think so. Cut Walls. I think we cut Oracle. In paper, I don't think we do that in model. No, no Gamson against control. Sun Clencher easy, legit, very legit, I think. Alright, in paper we cut Oracle too, against control. Would it be more fair if Nadu was a 4-2 or a 2-4 flyer? Could be a 1-4 for what it's worth. Eating DRC sometimes matters and attacking people sometimes matters, but if you have Nadu in play, it's so easy to combo that the power rarely matters. Sun Cleanser opening hand, let's go. Missed the idea behind DK. Any card in particular in mind? Storm. You can kill both things out of Storm. What is the plan about Oracle against control? You do the endurance looping. What about minus 30/4? Heals opponent for 30 when damages. Sounds bad. I think I will not play one drop, I'll just Surbel. Also make sure to apply for the next super great designer search.
He's a phenomenal
You just play
control
a Sun
player.
Cleanser, it makes the most sense to just play it. It lines up poorly against Counterspell and Snare, and that's about it. Hello Canister, how are you? Just a question please. For what deck do you have in Cyber Sun Cleanser, please? Holy fuck, no idea, bro. No way to gather that information from what's happening on the screen right now. Opponent's playing Jeskai Energy, it's an energy hate card. Perfect mana, it is by design, actually. I spent 1 hour thinking about the best mana. Okay, Sun Cleanser trades with Counterspell. Solid. We drew the 61st card, and now I'm gonna lose because of that. Why play Abrupt Decay in the sideboard is to destroy permanents with mana value 3 or less. I was thinking it might be okay against Storm and it's extra outs to Dumping Matrix. But, you know, I keep talking about Dumping Matrix. I think I said that card's name 10,000 times and it's been played against me once. Visto jadę e-musika, ha. Chat. Is that bitching about music once again? Translate for me. No bitching, just asking. Say fine line. White. Are we sweeping? This card is a bit brutal. It's a Twitter screenshot from game 1. No, it wasn't. Twitter screenshot said Cancer wins the match, so couldn't be from game 1. Seems like villain has counter spell, but what can you do? Is Rogue Refinery Wizard? Guess the Rogue Refiner typing, given its name. The endurance loop is you loop endurance to sacrifice lands, replay your lands. You have an endurance in play, enchanted with bestow. Then to go, and then you go. Am I playing Oracle in Amsterdam? Yes, I am. I'm boarding it out in this matchup though. I heard only betas play Oracle on paper. Cool. I mean, we talked about this. It's just good. Maybe I shouldn't even attack. No, attacking is fine. Ten draft jest gówno, ja pierdolę. Why didn't I like Yogg in the board? It just didn't come up often. Cool. Could have just played X4 maybe, but yeah, I don't know. His opponent scooped game 1, so I really don't need Oracle in my deck against this opponent. Fortunately, I had no Sun Cleanser in my deck to blow their Wrath out. I mean, blow. Yeah, it will be pretty good. Would be in a good spot to draw the One Ring. Toss dress down, turn off Sun Cleanser. I don't think so. I think it's the ability. Color of the claw would have been big. What's that? Okay. Villain is surveilling, so that is a bit of a problem. Discharge into the graveyard. Okay. Arena of Glory. I think I go for Nadu. But there is an argument for fetching Endurance and hitting my opponent's graveyard, so that Flash is not a good top deck. Nadu. Nadu means that I have great top decks. One Chord, one Shuko, one Outrider. Very good. Do you think they would have used the Wrath if they had it? I think the villain has no extra Wrath. More likely to hit Nadu if you get Outrider. Yeah, but Nadu attacks, and if opponent interacts, I draw a card. They have Wrath number 3, then I'll just be sad. No i ma Wrath number 3. Kurwa, jakie gówno to jest ten Wrath. Which deck is good against control deck now? No deck. Control is the best. Dobra, zagrałeś kurwa kolosa. Fajnie masz. I think we can afford to cut Oracle and Modo too, honestly. Game 3 opponent might just F6 your combo though. Yeah, then I'll just be okay. I'll do the loop or I'll time out or something. Also, I'm not sure if I should be boarding out pacts. Honestly, that's just unclear to me. Probably should keep some of them. Keep. probably also should just never play Shuko into the draft. I think I play it too much. Do I have nicer rings in paper or this version? Those are the nicest rings, bro. There is no die roll, it just said so. Yeah, I should just not play my Shuko ever. Sometimes I play it because I feel like I'm constrained on mana, but I always end up in that spot where I'm actually regretting us having deployed it. Now if I draw land for ring, it's gonna be good. But yeah, Vel looks pretty good against that matchup too. Right, chat. No land, but Nadu. Oh, hey. No Shuka in play. Well, I did spend all my mana this game. I spent 1 mana to Surveil, turn 1, then I spent 2 mana on Nantuko, and I spent 3 mana on Cord. Is it Nadu risky with 2 energy on the pool? So what do you want me to do? Not play a card? If they tap out for the Wrath, I can play the One Ring if I draw a land. If I don't draw a land, I will get fucked. I think this. Should we have played Shuko before? When was before? I never had a mana to play my Shuko. Not a single moment in the game I had 1 mana to play Shuko, my friend. I shouldn't because I couldn't. I like baiting CS with Shuko. If I play Shuko and villain was sneaky with a removal spell, then I lose a card, so I think I like to just play that. Well, I couldn't Shuk on 1 because I spent my mana. I mean, I could have not surveilled. But I only had 1 Shuko and I just talked about how we actually shouldn't be Shukoing so hard. I guess control, I should just save my Shuko for later. We win with Thassa in this spot. No, I bought it out. Thassa Oracle. I can win with the Endurance Loop if it's in paper. On Modo, I will just draw 10,000 cards and pass. So one Nadu activation, sure. Ay. Can I explain the Endurance Loop briefly? You cast Endurance. You enchant Endurance with none to go. Sacrifice your lands with Safekeeper. Keep redrawing them. Make infinite mana. There is a way to kill with the Orc Pings. I can't do that on Modo. I'll just seize my opponent and kill with my monsters. Next turn. Yeah, I have protection. I can't. No Minamo for a Bristly Bill kill. Yeah, sure, buddy. Close their hand, not much. Plage and some cards. Ring is the worst at stalling. Did villain draw that stupid sweeper? Nice. It's not bad if you main ring, I think. What's not bad? Main a ring is pretty bad, I think. Oh no, my tokens. Ja, pierdolę. I guess I still have lethal. Minamo with ring. Oh, I see. The lag. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much life do you have? 3. Like kurwa is F6, bro. Cancer wins, easy. In paper we would have an infinite loop to win without that trouble of time. I really need to pee now. Keep. I will not explain the swamp, temple garden, this. I'll not explain the loop now. I'll write it down and then I'll have it linked starting next stream. Counterspell, polarity. Okay, take counterspell. Well, polarity rather. Do I have a strong opinion on Otawara? I thought mana might be too bad for it, but powerful effect. It's slightly important in making the Oracle kill work. Having enough untapped blue in your deck. Like, not really, but a little bit. Sometimes, like, if you don't want to require your endurance to be involved, which I want the endurance not to be required to be involved, then it's good to run Otawara. And the effect is powerful and it's, I think the mana is okay. It's a little bit stretched, but basically if you don't play the fairy, then I think the mana is good. Are links to Google Docs allowed? They are. Good morning, are you clapping nurse this morning? I'm free on the Prelim. So to an extent we could say that. It's nothing. Nice so-called control deck from the Nadu Discord, Nadu's Fruit Loops. Nadu's Fruit Loops. Pitchcast Endurance? You don't need to pitchcast. This is wrong. Okay, Infinite Loop, I see, that's not wrong. Okay, so somebody did that already. Keep one packed, one less than 2 go. I was thinking of sideboarding Able Sedge over for maybe 2 weeks. I'm cutting Force of Will, Force of Vigor I'm playing. Rex Sage instead. So I have a Damping Matrix out and it's just simple as that. Fetch. Oh, we've done 2 on hand, I don't mind. Antuga's pretty weak against the sweeper too. Serene of Glory, Yendrek approved Jeskai tech or no? Probably not. Maybe yes, I'm not sure. Is Rex Sage better than White Knight of Autumn? It is, yeah. Knight of Autumn's upside is non-existent. I'll never make a day for free and Loran because both master, sure. I would prefer a Veil, I think, to Teferi this game. Drawing Dreadar was really bad. I wonder if I can board it out. Probably not, it's too good. One thing I dislike about Veil is invert polarity just makes it into coin flip. Either they get everything or they get nothing. And you don't know. Expressive irritation, okay. I was thinking of just playing 3 rings. That also makes sense. Honestly, probably true. Bot is fixed. Top spot. Playing more things doesn't do anything. Let's play the Dryad Arbor. Keeping my things also doesn't do anything. Yeah, I'll play the third ring. Third the one ring. Flash. A mnie wkurwia, jak się trzyma counterspella, no ja nie mogę. Nic mnie tak nie wkurwia. Counterspell, Arena of Glory Plains, for what it's worth. Just incredible. Why did you quit Titan? They released a new set that make Titan not so good, unfortunately. How do I know if I played 0 Titan post MH3? True. Maybe it's actually the best deck. Uuu, counterspella zagrywam. No zajebiście, zajebiście zagrałeś. Naprawdę szacunek. Szacunek to jest jedyne, co mam dla ciebie. Oh, hasty flash. That's crazy. Well, Titan died because of Storm, and no, like Harbinger existing is a problem, and if you ever play Titan and you have even a low chance of playing against that card, that's a big issue. And then Storm you can beat, Nadu bad matchup. Titan die because of Unholy Heat. Okay. Shuka. Okay. I mean, Aswa was a problem, but then you boarded 5 cards, or at least even one card, and it was honestly pretty decent at that point. Not a big problem. Do we think I should board out Dryad Arbor? Because drawing it is so bad, but having access to it with fetches, it's probably pretty good. Maybe try to trigger with Besto instead of Bowman. I don't think I beat Solitude, so I'm not gonna try to beat Solitude when I can't beat Solitude. That's just, you know, hindsight. Well, that's like the same hand, but honestly not really much better. Nice mana base. I'm gonna keep this with hard ring. I am keeping it. I think I play Watery Grave turn 1 into Thoughtseize because then Forest into Bill into Nadu, that's just good. If I have 3 rings on his shoulders, I probably shouldn't board out a Forest. For what it's worth. I only have 2 rings right here. Villain! What a hand. Holy shit, Thoughtseize in control always makes you feel bad for them because you realize how terrible their mana is at times. Also they play Binding, just 3 colors. Bowmaster is not too bad. Not the best either, but... Chord of Calling looks very castable. Soul to the interaction doesn't sound like a great combo. Okay, fair. What's mana is terrible. Haha. Sometimes life is brutal. They play just a free mana binding in their deck. Dobra, tam. Gratuluję wygranej. Wiadomo, że nie dobierałem zielonej many i tak, więc... Free want. Again, playing the one ring. Might Rexay, Joldred, 2 more Fotsies. 2 push, 1 DK. Magistrate Soul Cleanser. That sounds good. I don't have the Fate against Living End, but... When we stopped playing Triumphs in 4-color decks, this is not a 4-color deck really, chat. It's a 3-color deck. In fact, it's a monocolor deck, in fact. Do I think life gain from Shouldered is important for Ring? Yes. I think having no life gain triple Ring is just gonna be bad deck building. So I literally only have Shouldered for the Ring life gain, which then finally makes it so that I'm happy having Ring in my deck, and Ring is great from what I've played so far, so that's the delicate balance. Because with Shouldered in your deck and Chords, you will rarely run into a spot where you just die to your Ring. You will get your Shouldered and just invert your Ring because you have a shit ton of cards, and then suddenly you live at a lot of light. But not great for main, question mark. Well, I'm not gonna fit all of this into my main deck. I think game 1 I'm happier comboing in most matchups. Seems better suited for my main deck. Sideboard rather. Outside of my main deck. Did I talk about Abrupt Decay? It is a Storm Hate card. It is an upgrade to my third Fatal Push. Makes it into a Storm Hate card, so I can kill any cost reducer. But yeah, against control, I just wanted to draw rings and then having Thoughtseize in my deck to push them through. It seems like I can resolve some stuff in the late game. But just needs powerful stuff to resolve, and the one ring is powerful. Probably the most powerful it can get. And it's also just great punish for opponent tapping out for the Wrath. Yog is nice when they needle Shuka, but I guess too weak. You can Outrider. Like, I guess your deck would be better against control if you cut Outrider and put Yawgmoth into your deck. Perhaps. But I think the One Ring is stronger. Like, you juke with the ring. Name Shuko, you draw with ring, whatever. But also, like, the Nadu hate, there's no Nadu hate. The like most Nadu hateful card is the white destroy everything in play card, and the One Ring is really good against white destroy everything because it's not destroyable. So simple. Harsh Mentor, yeah, as I said, they are not good. Like, it's not really hateable with Harsh Mentor. I don't care. Harsh Mentor. It's the worst card you could play if you want to improve your Nadu matchup. Well, okay, actually that's not true. You could play probably many worse cards, but in Mulligan decision, I think my Mulligan was okay. Have I enjoyed the return of the Bill? I think Bill better than Third Pact. Why is Mentor so bad? No, it's not so bad, it's okay. It's like an okay hit card, it's not super effective. Like, it does stop the combo, but the decks that play the Mentor, you typically can just win anyway, so push it. Alright, let's read about the loops, chat. And now you have to remember everything. It's gonna be on the test. Endurance in Nadu decks allows for a few noteworthy loops when combined with Sylvan Safekeeper and Springheart Nantuko. The basic loop, non-infinite. We have Nadu, Shuko. Shuko could also be Outrider, it's really the same. Safekeeper in play, Nantuko in play, an empty library, and an Endurance in hand. The result is a lot of Nantuko tokens and a lot of mana. Tap all your lands for mana. Use Safekeeper to suck all lands into the yard, holding priority each time. You can just shroud a random exhausted token like hold priority. So point one is hold priority, use your Safekeeper sucking your lands, targeting a random monster. All of them. Probably keep one land in play for safety. This creates a big stack of alternating Safekeeper activations and Nadu triggers. Still holding priority, Pitchcast Endurance. Shuffle Endurance together with your Endurance into your deck. I think he means you should target fresh infects with Safekeeper. That is irrelevant, you have Shuko, you can target the random exhausted one. But like, what is written here is fine, but also you can target anything, just put it all on one creature by holding priority. Still holding priority, Pitchcast Endurance. So yeah, you Endurance, shuffle your lands and Endurance into your deck. Then you Now allow this stack to fully resolve. Sure, you can just draw with Shuka. So draw your deck with Shuka. Now that your graveyard is empty, you are ready to declare a loop. Is that really a loop? I think so. A note. It should say as long as you don't hit a bunch of non-lands. Which note? So as long as you hit a bunch of non-lands in a row, you'll be fine. Sure. It should say that, yeah. So now that the graveyard is empty, you are ready to declare a loop. Repeat steps 1 and 2. Have a library comprised of X lands, endurance, and a stack with X safekeeper triggers. Allow this to resolve, leaving 1 card in your library. Then equip Shuka to a token to draw it. I think I like Oracle on paper because I don't want to play all the utility lands plus 2 endurance. You don't need 2 endurance. I guess you do, yeah. Yeah, I prefer... well... I will play Oracle. And that is because there is many problems that could happen with this loop, and then the problems could be as simple as your opponent deploying a Duffy Voidwalker, and I do want to have a combo win con in my deck still, even if my opponent plays a Duffy Voidwalker, a relatively popular Magic the Gathering card. I also would like to be able to win if my opponent discards my endurance. So I would play second endurance anyways as protection. Can just ping Duffy. Well, you don't have infinite mana because you don't have the lands in your graveyard. So you have to ping the Voidwalker with like what you have. And then another upside is that if you have Oracle in play, well, you need 4 mana, 2 of which are black, so like the black could be a problem, and then to get to the black and then if your opponent has a then that means that you need more life to start the combo because you need to have black mana. It's not one miswritten, it is. I did not write this, chat. But thank you for being so attentive. Or if you... endurance... you know, then if your opponent has Voidwalker and if they have a combat trick that protects the Voidwalker, then suddenly you can win for that. Tons of awkward things could happen. And then I want to board out Bowmasters in many matchups, and I want to, for my deck to be able to win. And I think being able to board out both Bowmasters and Endurance when I want to, it's just good. And then I will aggressively board out Oracle against the grindy matchups. Value card to court for when playing versus heavy hates. Yeah, there is no good value card to court for, I think. Endurance in a stack of with X Safekeeper triggers, X Nadu triggers. Allow this to resolve, leaving one card in your library, then equip Shuko to a token to draw it. Cool. I don't understand why it's explained this way. Draw your deck. Endurance your lands back. Draw your deck. Endurance your lands back. Yes, I'll play XH over Loren. This loop is not infinite, but then the infinite version of the loop is you do the basic loop, but you cast endurance and bestow on 2 endurance, and then you do it in a way where you have lands in play, lands in the deck. Then you use your endurance, and then you towards the end you have infinite mana, at which point you can play Orcish Bowmasters, enchant it with Nantuko and make infinite Bowmasters. You're right, Daniel. Stupid question, how do we win after the loop? I just said how we do it. You can repeatedly cast spells that hit the yard over and over again if you use it before the infinite loop. Will get shuffled all along with the lands. You do need an extra Nadu trigger to draw it though, so this is limited to sorcery speed, or you need an instant speed way to proc Nadu like Billy or Outrider. This could allow you to do stuff like Beast Within, all your opponent's lands, Haywire Might, exile everything. Can Might target itself? Or recur some win condition that kills after casting it enough times, like the Mighty Hornet's thing, yeah. So performing infinite Boseju activations requires a Waterlogged Grove or Nurturing Peatland. Yeah, I don't think you can gain infinite life. Actually you can, but if you have Bowmasters to shoot down your Might every time, but sure. Start by sacking Grove and a Neo land, resulting in 2 Nadu triggers. The land on top comes into play, then we shuffle in Grove and Otawara. If you hit Waterlogged Grove with the Nantuko trigger on the stack, activate it. This draws Otawara, channel it. With Grove and Otawara in the yard. If we hear Otawara, sack it, allow the Nadu trigger to resolve and put Waterlogged into play. With Nantuko on the stack, activate Grove, channel the Otawara. I'm not sure if this loop is actually accepted by judges, because it is a little bit like a little bit of a micro 4 horsemen situation, but there is also a way to do it so that it's not a 4 horsemen situation, because you can just alternate. You make a stack of infinite, like you make infinite mana first, and then you make a stack of infinite make an endurance triggers on the stack, and then you alternate. You go the first time you just have a graveyard where it's just a Waterlogged Grove. It goes back into your deck, you put it back into play with your Outrider or Safekeeper. Safekeeper, does Safekeeper work? You need spare lands. I think you might need Outrider for that. And then you have a deck that's only in Otawara. You draw, channel, you shuffle back both. With your next Endurance trigger, you put both into play. You sacrifice Otawara with Safekeeper, you put it back into your deck, you draw it, and that's a loop, yeah. I think the loop is fine as it is on the dock. I really am not sure. Perhaps it is? It's like it does feel a bit different because we're doing it with a 2-card deck, but I think it is not fine because you cannot guarantee that you're ever gonna hit Otawara before you hit Waterlogged Grove. This is literally 4 horsemen, the same thing. Because as, you know, infinitely unlikely it is, you could, in theory, just get giga unlucky and never hit, like, Grove before Otawara. Or, like, whichever order is the good one. So, this is 4 horsemen, you can't do that in paper. You can probably just say you're gonna do that and your opponent is not gonna blink and they will allow you, and probably most judges would also not pick up on that. Can't you do them one at a time? Sure. But you can declare that as a loop. It's closer to Gidrock combo maybe, I don't know. I don't know the Gidrock combo. But there is a truly infinite and deterministic version with Outrider in play. Whatever you flip first is fine for the loop. So I guess you declare that if I hit this, I do this, and if I hit this, I do this. Is that fine to declare? Maybe that sounds fine to declare. I guess why wouldn't it be? Alas, you can't declare loops with anything conditional. Watch me do it. I guess I don't play Waterlogged Grove and I don't think it's great to play, so I will not have the loop. If it involves a shuffle, it's 4 horsemen. No, but we just explained that 4 horsemen is 4 horsemen because you need a library with a specific order, and here you don't need a library with a specific order. You have a route that your loop takes. You have one path and a second path, and both lead to the same scenario, so if we hit Otawara, sack it, allow the Nadu trigger to resolve, and put Waterlogged Grove in play with Nantuko on the stack, activate Grove, channel the Otawara, then let Nantuko resolve, putting Grove and Otawara into our library. Shuko to flip 1, then follow either 2A or 2B accordingly. Let's tweet about it, because I'm curious if this is for, like... No, let's tweet about it. But if I post just a screenshot, people will not understand it because they will not get the full context. I guess I'll post a link too. Okay. Poseidon Feeder. That's better. Alright, fatted. Any chance the Sultai list starts playing more than one Shouldered? I think 0 chance. Can't wait to Endurance Loop to kill Dress Down on Oracle. Sure. You would get Dress Down earlier. Why is this useful? But of course there can be spots where it's useful. These endurance loops result in a board set with infinite endurances and a sculpted hand while the opponent has a few basics and the rest of the board in hand. Without an instant speed Nadu enabler, you can auto-war endurance before passing, clean up, then upkeep endurance, your graveyard back into threaten 4 cores and 1 Otawara. +1 Boseiju.
He's a phenomenal control player.
With an instant speed enabler, you add infinite spells, infinite mana, and infinite Boseiju Otawara activations at instant speed. You do have to cards for targets you shuffle in before going infinite though. Okay. Your opponent could possibly combo kill you off just basics or maybe rough your board. While this isn't a guaranteed win, it is handy backup at minimum if Thassa's Oracle is exiled. It also presents the question of if it's possible to board out Oracle or even omit it from the list entirely.
53 months is almost
if you have
a
the
year.
patience to go from a clean win to this messy one, dropping Teferi before going infinite is not easy to disrupt. You could also try combining a loop using a win con with a higher floor than blue win the game, such as a Separate Coliseum or Lash Oasis. What's the Lash Oasis? Holy shit, Doomwake, that is almost a year indeed. Wow, Lash Oasis. High ceiling. Also, what's up, MTG? Thank you for the sub. You could also try to combining a loop using a win con. Time will tell, but there is no denying that Oracle is an extremely clean win, while endurance loops will likely take an extra 5 to 10 minutes per game. Yeah. What's the point of the endurance looping? How does it kill? You end with Bowmaster looping after endurance looping. Strongest deck in Modern at this point, in my opinion, is Gara's Vengeance. I actually lied, I don't think Goras is the strongest, but I also don't know what is the strongest. Funny enough, I think people underestimate how powerful Nantuko is as a card. Do they? Are there other benefits of playing Oracle on paper? Well, there are. This is like a 7-step loop that's disrupted by random things. It also doesn't let you, like, you can just register a postboard deck that just has an Oracle, no Endurance, no Bowmaster. I feel like this deck would get banned mainly because of how long this shit would take in paper. The shit actually takes 0 minutes in paper after you explain it. You would just say, I performed the loop, and then you have to explain it to your opponent, which might take time, but you actually need to take no physical actions. Why did we ban out this person? Oh, I guess it's kind of... No, it's not really Bantuk. Sorry, I was gone. Is this a 4 horseman situation or not? The only thing that could be a 4 horseman situation is the looping Otawara loop, which only happens if you play Waterlogged Grove, and the GTO list that I'm running doesn't run a Waterlogged Grove. But there is a way to do that in a way that's not for 4 horsemen for sure if you have an Outrider in play. But if you have no Outrider, then I think that it's unclear to me, so I googled that. At some point it's always going to be deterministic. Sure, I mean, just a question of whether it's legal to declare as a loop. Much Perling responded to my thread saying, doubted loops because you can't pick a number of times to do it and know what happened. That is my shortcut for whether it's horseman. Yeah, that's probably kind of true. How does it work with Outrider? You make a stack of infinite endurance triggers, and then you combo on top of that, and then it's all fine. Because then you can make it so that you always draw Otawara when you want to draw Otawara, and you can make it so that you always put Waterlogged Grove into play when you want to put all Waterlogged Grove into play. Pretty fast to execute without declaring it a loop. Fair. You can just do it and just keep bouncing your opponent's stuff. It's kind of silly that you have to do it manually. What's the crazy card in your sideboard at the bottom? It's Abrupt Decay. It's pretty crazy, I know. I don't know if I should play it. Is this Sultai version better than the band or just straight blue-green? This is the best Nadu list out there. What if you whiff on lands? How do you whiff on lands? Your deck is 2 lands at that point. You just loop. Until PT gets won by Timur Nadu, sure. What red cards would they run? Have I tried Breach Nadu? I played a league with that. Breach felt absolutely useless. Nadu felt absolutely useless in that Breach deck, actually. That's what I meant to say. Like, the Breach deck is mostly cantrips and not many creatures, so like the Nadu in there. I didn't play against grindy matchups, and maybe Nadu's good in grindy matchups, but I think you could play the One Ring, that would be better. Play Flash and the Fairy, that would be better too. Did I ever play the version with Coatl and Flare? I did, yes. I think playing Coatl is not nice. I played a little bit of a bad version too, but... Coatl and the Bowmaster's World. So, like, the world is not quite a Bowmaster's world, but there is enough Bowmasters that it is a little bit of that. Well, we were talking about a loop when I have infinite mana from, like, once we already drew the deck, Z games, TTV. But drawing the deck is pretty easy too. Billy is still good. Is good. Did I work with a PD team on this list? No, I just built it myself. The PD teams are working by watching my stream and doing some hard testing behind the scenes and then swapping free cards and registering this deck anyways. Thoughts on the Gravecrawler combo Yawgmoth? Sounds interesting. Hot, do you think about the Jeskai control decks that seem to have won the weekend based on the Matrix? Is hot. The Jeskai decks are strong. Is Gemstone Cavern scuttable? It is, but it's been pretty good for me. There's matchups like Storm in Modern right now. Wouldn't like Archon of Emeria be a consideration for Storm? I have Magistrate, that's a Storm hate card. Is Nadu harder to play than Titan? I don't know. Oh yeah, this is like the greased spam. Yeah, we played that. I 5 out of this. Day 1 of MH free chat. I had more blood gas and less grease in my deck. Grease is pretty cool. With Chtonian Nightmare. So the deck is probably pretty okay against Jeskai. Especially if you have blood gas, that card seems good against Jeskai. Mono black one with Yogmov. I've seen Zerg play that yesterday for a little bit, I think. Although he had Saga in his deck too. Butcher Ghoul, what a card. Yeah, it's cool. How have I felt about Trinisphere in sideboards, and should I be playing a Dumping Matrix? I don't know. Trinisphere is kind of awkward in a Summoner's Pack deck. Dumping Matrix is pretty awkward in the One Ring deck. You don't have an easy time with Titan. That's it. Thank you for watching, chat. It's been a nice stream. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope you're gonna stay hydrated and you're gonna have a good rest of the day.